Okay, so hi everyone. Happy Saturday. It is amazing to have you all here and to welcome you to the third installment of the High Note. I am trying to keep it together because I'm so excited for this High Note. I've been excited, obviously, for all of them, but this one feels like just incredible connectivity between the folks who are presenting it, and also we've got some just all of you amazing folks who are joining. I'm seeing people from all over the country and all over the world who are with us today. So I always like to kind of start by taking that in, that we all are taking 30 minutes of our respective days to be together from everywhere around the world. And it overwhelms me because I can, even though we're all in separate places, I can really feel everyone's presence together. And it's a beautiful thing, especially right now. So thank you all for joining us. And a special thanks to the incredible women who are going to be co-presenting this today. Jennifer Blaine, Naila Francis, Ursula Rucker. We all have these incredible connections over many years, and the fact that we're all together today feels kind of like a divine miracle that we all just lined up today for this, and I'm so grateful, and I deeply love and respect them all. So I can't wait for them to share their wisdom with all of you. And just a couple housekeeping things. I think I mentioned we're going to keep our videos off just to keep the focus kind of on fewer boxes as we go along. And also, you will have a chance, though, to engage with us and to engage with one another during the chat part. That'll be when Jennifer comes on kind of midway through. And we're going to be thinking today about this theme that Jennifer, Naila, and Ursula and I all kind of came together on. We thought this word liberation was so powerful right now on so many levels, so resonant, and it has a lot of different meanings, the word liberation. So I think throughout today, we're going to do a little bit of reflecting, each of us, on what liberation means to each of us. And we want to ask you all, what does liberation mean to you? So if you could reflect on that for the next few minutes, there will be a chance in the chat, and Jennifer will be fielding your responses. So if you want to, so you can start now, you can start later, but the question we want to pose to all of you is, what does liberation mean to you? So thanks for thinking about that, and feel free to share your thoughts candidly in the chat. Lastly, I just want to say that, we call this the High Note, but don't expect this is going to be all like smiles and laughter and rose-tinted glasses on everything, because obviously we're in this time in the world that's incredibly intense and very painful in a lot of ways for many of us. And I want to invite you to feel whatever you need to feel during the next 30 minutes. Some of you may need to cry. I may need to cry. I just want to invite you to feel liberated, to feel however you need right now, and that welcoming all of that is a chance to be uplifted. It's a chance to feel exactly where you are right now. So that is how we define the High Note. It's just inviting yourself to be as real as you can be. And for me, liberation means being real right now. And I think that this moment in time has shown us that perfection is kind of an illusion. We see cats running around and children in the background of our Zooms. We see what real life really looks like. My gray hair is growing in. It's all real right now. And at first it freaked me out, and I like to be in control, and I like everything to be perfect. But now I'm trying as hard as I can. It's hard to embrace the messy and the chaos and the imperfect. And we appreciate all of you embracing that even today as we go along and get the technology right on Zoom and so forth. So without further ado, I want to invite Naila Francis to speak to you all. And I'll just say quickly that Naila is someone who liberates me every time I'm with her to feel my own heart even deeper, because she lives with her whole heart and her whole spirit and her whole big smile. And she brings that to her writing. She brings that to her work as an ordained interfaith minister, officiating weddings, bringing her light and her joy to people who are about to be married. And now she does that as a grief to gratitude coach, comforting people who are grieving in a way that only she can. So without further ado, Naila Francis.
Thank you so much, Karen. Hello, all you beautiful humans. So good to see so many faces earlier that I recognized. And all of you who have joined us before, and all of you who are new to this moment, thank you for showing up today. It is a joy to be here with you, and it is a tremendous honor, of course, to share this time with these phenomenal women. So thank you for accepting our invitation to brave space and vulnerable space and joyful space, to being in community and lifting each other up. And before I open our time together with a blessing, I just wanted to invite you to take a moment to really settle in and root yourself here. Let yourself arrive, maybe by taking a few deep breaths, just a few breaths in and out, noticing where you are in time, in space, in this moment. Where's your heart? Where's your mind? Where's your body? And can you bring them a little more fully into this moment? Maybe you do that by feeling your feet on the floor, your sits bones in your seat, putting your hand on your heart. Just let yourself arrive. And now I'd like to offer this blessing. This blessing begins in darkness. Violin bow on a low slung note, the night insists you sing. Blackberry stain of a swallowed truth that slithers in your skin. This blessing comes like a flock of tongues, a raven's bold portent, like a belly howl and the burning blues that hunger, jump, and swing. This blessing breathes through water, rock, fear, the silent war, the stubborn words you wheel at stifled dreams. This blessing stands on the edge of loneliness, chasm, change. Every path sorrow imagines, despair plods, and dares to kiss that ground, ring a summoning bell. How many times will you say no? What does this smallness serve? When did you last let go? This blessing knows its way around old patterns, old tales, the choice you didn't make, has traveled long, gathered courage, cherry plum bloom and aspen balm to lay upon your brow. Will enter your stillness, weather your storm, waltz with you where it aches. This blessing begins in darkness. Trust it. Even ruin knows its other face as love. Liberation needs a reckoning to burn these cages down.
Naila, thank you. I don't know if thank you are quite the adequate words for that. Just so you all know, that's actually the third blessing that Naila has written for us for the high note. It's absolutely astounding how she can conjure such incredible emotion through her words. So thank you, Naila. And we are just honored to have you welcome us in that way. And now it is my incredible honor to welcome a woman who I have admired for so long. I'm from Philly. I was born in Philly, came back to Philly after college, and the name Ursula Rucker resonated in Philadelphia. When I came back, I was in my early 20s, and when I finally got to hear this incredible poet, Ursula Rucker, she just blew my mind. And she threw me against the wall in the best way, with her honesty, with her powerful presence, with the way that she can put words together that just pierce through. And to get to know her now, to get to collaborate with her on the high note has been a true gift. So without further ado, I would love to introduce, just share her gift with all of you, Ursula Rucker.
Thank you, Karen. I'm beyond honored. Naila, liberation needs a reckoning to burn these cages down, right? Let me see what I could do right now to help burn these cages down. These cages that hold all of us communally, collectively, individually. That hold us in so many ways, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. So many ways. May we be able to break down these barriers, to learn how to love each other. See my t-shirt? Lover, right? Let's all be lovers of each other, okay? Let's respect each other. I write a lot of song poems. I write a lot of poem prayers, like Naila. So this is one of my song poem prayers, roughly titled Peace Prayer. Like a bell named Liberty, let freedom ring. Even though cracked, she still manages to sing, yeah. Her sound resonates both far and wide, demonstrates how to be broken, but still have pride. All I want is peace. And for everyone in here to feel happy and loved and safe and well and peaceful. Like a bell named Liberty, let freedom ring. Even though cracked, she still manages to sing, yeah. Her sound resonates both far and wide, demonstrates how to be broken, but still have pride. Zephyr winds carry my deepest wishes on your strong, free gusts to peace. Like a bell named Liberty, let freedom ring. Even though cracked, she still manages to sing. Her sound resonates both far and wide, demonstrates how to be broken, but still have pride. To God's ear, all sounds of love ring like Tibetan bells in harmony. Like a bell named Liberty, let freedom ring. Even though cracked, she still manages to sing. Her sound resonates both far and wide, demonstrates how to be broken, but still have pride. Crack it open, crack it open, crack it open. See what's inside, lying just beneath the surface. Go deep, go deep. deep enough that the underbelly fades off into the distance. For there is truth in the center. There is courage at the bottom. Yeah. There is truth in the center. There is courage at the bottom. Go deep. Go deep. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Until the unknown becomes known and brings free comfort. Because once known, we know ourselves. So know thyself. Know thyself. That is the only way. So crack it open. See what's inside. Lying just beneath the surface. Go deeper. Go deep. Until the underbelly fades off into the distance, and then keep going, because there is truth in the center. There is courage at the bottom. Keep going. And one more time. Like a bell named Liberty, let freedom ring. Even though cracked, she still manages to sing, yeah. Her sound resonates both far and wide, demonstrates how to be broken. Don't we all feel broken sometimes? But still have pride. And by pride, I mean freedom and liberation, y'all, with love. One love. Peace.
Ursula. Now you all know why her voice has resonated like that bell all over the world, this woman. And I was thinking, Ursula, as you were performing, I had a cabaret teacher who used to say, didn't you feel the molecules in the room change? Well, when I hear Ursula and Naila, I feel the molecules in the globe change. You know, I feel that. I hope you all feel that by sending their art out. I know certainly here in my home, everything feels different now. So thank you so much for that. And so many images that are resonating with me, of course, as a Philadelphian, thinking about the bell, but I'm sure for many, there's lots of meaning there. And now, wow, you get to hear from another woman who I have had the pleasure of knowing and loving for many years, Jennifer Blaine, who has so many talents. Among them, she is an incredible comedian and solo performer who just incredibly, magically seemingly conjures these different characters and transforms herself into so many amazing characters, often able to comment on political or social things in a very comedic and insightful way. And she writes all of her own shows as well. And in addition to doing that, she is very much an in-demand coach. She's a member of the American Counseling Association and really helps her clients liberate their truest selves and their creativity. So she's going to share some of her wisdom with us today. Jennifer Blaine.
Hey, thank you so much. Such an honor. Wow, so incredible to be here. And I just want to build, contribute, follow the thread of what's started here. This whole notion of birding the cages down, of cracking open. And I was looking for something to contribute today about liberation, and I was thinking about how we could access that individually, personally. And as a coach this week, I've related with people all over the world going through so many different things. A soldier that's struggling because he doesn't know whether to speak up or not because his superiors aren't actually willing to listen. A mother who's up 4 times a night with her infant child and is also working 50 hours a week because she's the sole breadwinner in her family. A recent college grad looking for a job, and the only thing they can find is paying 10 hours a week, which isn't enough. And someone else who's struggling with dating during the pandemic, which you can imagine is a really challenging thing. And everyone is looking for solutions. Everyone is, pardon me, I'm also running tech on this, so I'm admitting someone else in the waiting room. So anyway, whoever just came in, if you could have your sound and audio off, that would be great. Thank you. And welcome. So I was looking for what I could contribute today to support all of you, because we all are looking for this liberation, and sometimes just that concept of a liberation is hard to access, you know, because our brains have all this real estate devoted to feeling and intuition and instinct, and a concept is our thinking part, and sometimes that's hard to actually feel, and we really need to be able to feel freedom, feel peace, feel love in order to really presence that. And we need that in order to navigate all these challenges we're all going through. So in our very first high note, I was supporting you all, teaching you a breathing technique so that we could calm our nervous system down, so we could actually access a feeling of peace. And we're going to do that again today, but we're going to use a different technique. It's called emotional freedom technique, and I love it so much. Some of you may have heard of it. It's also called tapping. And what's so extraordinary is we just tap on certain points in our bodies, and we just speak the truth of wherever we are, whatever our issue is, and especially if we're really struggling, by tapping through and telling the truth, we can actually move through what's stuck, hard memories, difficult feelings, difficult beliefs that really aren't serving us, and we can jettison them. And then also tap through what we're really reaching for and start feeling into it so that we can start rooting that experience in. So I'm just going to show you what the points are, and then we're actually going to practice this. And feel free, if you don't want to tap, you could just watch me tapping, just sort of go, I wonder, hear the feelings and the ideas floating through, almost like a poem in and of itself, and let it just wash over you. If you feel like you're willing to tap on it, tap places on your body, just keep breathing and noticing how you're feeling. And even before we start, just take a notice where you are, like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being super struggling, 10 feeling really free. Just take note of where you are and take a deep breath. And I'm just going to show you where these points are, and then we're all going to tap together, or at least hear these things, okay? So the first place is right here It's the point that's called the karate chop point. Guess why? It's because that's where the Karate Kid goes right through and breaks the plank. So that's our first point. Our next point is right here on the eyebrow. And you can, if you're a lefty and you want to do all the left side of your body, that's great. If you're a righty and you want to do the right side, that's fine. You could do both sides at the same time. That's fine too. Our next point, side of the eye. Next point is under the eye, right there on the orbit bone. Next point is under the nose, right on the top lip. You're doing great. We're mostly through the points. We've got 3 more. Next one's on the chin, as you can see. And then we tap here on the collarbone. And I'll just say that these points all come from Chinese acupuncture. And the reason that they're powerful is because every point holds a resonance of feelings. And this is where nerve pathways cross. So they really hold on to a charge of a feeling unless we are actually moving it through. It'll just stay there. So they're really powerful points. We just have 2 more points. Our next point is under our arm. So kind of like if you were right under the arm, you put your hand, then just put another hand down. That would be the point where you're tapping. It's between rib 3 and 4, but just generally someplace under the arm where it feels a little sore, you know you'll be in a good spot. And then our last spot, our last point is the crown. Just kind of elegant and beautiful that we end up at our crown. And that's a whole cycle of tapping that we would go through. And we're going to go through right now. What I always recommend is that whatever is challenging you, you name it, and then you go through tapping through 2 cycles of letting go of whatever is hard. And then at least 1 round of what it is you're intending, what it is you really want to have happen. And I came up with a general script that you can tap along and say these things with me. If anything I say doesn't really feel right to you, you don't have to say it. Whatever you want to say. And you can even substitute your own language this whole time of whatever it is that you want to tap away, whatever is feeling blocking or you're struggling with or you want to clear, okay? So we're going to tap on the side of the hand, and this is the only place we're going to tap when we're saying what the issue is. And then we're going through the points. We don't tap this place again. And we're going to say the issue 3 times using the phrase, even though, whatever the issue is, I love and accept myself. Because we're going to start loving right now, each and every one of us. And be loving with ourselves. So this is what I chose for the issue. Feel free to say what you want to say, though. And you're just going to repeat after me. I'm going to do this point 3 times. Every other point we'll just say once and repeat once. Okay, take a deep breath. Notice how you feel. And here we go. Even though things are hard right now, I love and accept myself. We're going to say that again. Even though things are hard right now, I love and accept myself. That's great. We're going to do it just once more. Even though things are hard right now, I love and accept myself. And just notice how you feel. And we're going to start tapping through the points. So you're going to be on your eyebrow point for this first one. And you're just going to repeat after me. I feel such a heavy burden. Then on the side of the eye, I hate that I'm giving myself such a hard time. under the eye. I wish there was some way through this. Under the nose. I have never struggled with despair like this before. On the chin. I have never seen the world struggle like this before. On the collarbone. I don't know what to do with this pain. Okay, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep lifting. We're going to keep saying the truth of whatever's true for you. If the script is not working for you, feel free to use your own words. Under the arm. I don't know how to move forward yet. Top of the head. And you're going to fill this one in yourself. I really miss. And we're going to tip on the eyebrow point. I miss hugging my friends. We're going to start moving into more of an intention of what we need and want now, here on the side of the eye. Maybe I don't need to figure anything out right now. Under the eye. Maybe I can just be carried forward. Under the nose. I'm safe to speak my truth. On the chin, I'm willing to have better things come to me and everyone around me. On the collarbone, I'm grateful for signs of hope. Under the arm, I want to live in a world where all people are safe and honored. Top of the head. This is going to be our last time going through. I'm glad I'm seeing people speak out. On the eyebrow point, I'm glad I'm finding my voice and speaking out. Side of the eye, when I tune into creative expression, like Ursula Rucker, like Naila Francis, like Karen Gross, like Tim Motzer, I get more creative too. Under the eye. You're going to fill this one in, fill in the blank. I am so glad. Under the nose. I get more energy when I express my truth. On the chin. I'm getting a better sense of humor. On the collarbone. I reach for and share high notes that lift us all up. Under the arm. I'm so grateful that I honor my truth. And now we're going to tap on the top of the head, and you're just going to say, as best I can, I let everything else go. And then you can stop tapping. Take a deep breath. Notice where you are, what number you're at now. And just notice where you are on the scale. I usually tailor this to whatever is going on personally, but I was looking to create a collective channeling what I was sensing from people I've been relating with lately. So I hope that this brought you some relief, that you notice some shift out of tuning in and telling truth, and also breathing and letting go. So that's my blessing. That's my share for you. And you can share. Some of you started writing in the chat what liberation means to you. So feel free to write more about that, and we'll get back to it soon. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Jennifer. That was an astounding tool and practice that we all just got to share. Thank you so much. We're trying to hold it together over here. We're not having much success. We're just like, but that's exactly what I said at the top. I hope you all are feeling everything you need to feel. And Jennifer just allowed us to access all of that. And it's now my great pleasure to welcome a special guest, someone I deeply love, and someone who has a really beautiful connection to Ursula for many years. They toured around the world sharing their art for almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
Tim Motzer. And in addition, welcome, Tim.
Hi, Urs.
I mean, there's so much I could say about this amazing guy, but I will say in the theme of liberation that I think that Tim has devoted his life to liberating his muse, his creativity, his art, and also supporting the muse of others. And working with so many amazing artists, including, and of course, very much prominently, Ursula, and getting to make sure that art is heard by so many. So I'm so glad that you all can hear them together right now.
Thank you, Karen. Oh my goodness, Jennifer. Whew, I didn't know what was happening. I was just crying. I was like, whatever, I'll just go with it. Feeling all the things, you know. Ourselves to feel all of the things. Everything feels so good. First, you have to feel them. You have to also honor that they exist, right? And then we can move on, and then we can keep moving forward. We can heal ourselves. And my favorite part is that we all have the power to heal somebody else, to heal each other. Let's do that more often. Let's share all kinds of spaces together. Right now it's mostly virtual spaces, so we make the most of these virtual spaces, and we make these virtual spaces feel like we're right there. Like we're all hugging each other, like we're all building a higher love, right, Karen? Let's build this higher love. Let's go.
Think about it. There must be higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart, I'll look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk blind, but we try to see, falling behind in what could be. Sing with me if you can. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher we're just hanging on, facing our fears and standing out there alone. A yearning, and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk blind, though we try to see, falling behind in what could be. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I keep thinking of? I will wait for it. I'm not too late for it. Until then, I'll sing my song to cheer the night along. Bring it. I could light the night up with my soul on fire. I can make the sunshine from pure desire. Help me feel that love come over me. Help me see how strong it could be. Oh, yeah. Last time, sing with us. Bring me a higher love. Welcome it in. Bring me a higher love. Oh, I'm feeling it. Bring me a higher love. Gonna rise above on that higher love. Thank you all so much for joining the High Note today. We hope that we left you with some good energy to spread into your heart, to spread into the world. Jennifer, if we have some contributions from folks as to what liberation means to them, if you want to shout a few out before we head off, that would be awesome.
Sure. Liberation, not liberty, but liberation. A process that we can look from a distance, a process we can engage in once, or a process that can guide our whole lives. Let me just move up for another one. Liberation means freedom from limitations and self-doubt in my personal and spiritual growth. The freedom of knowing that the critical issues plaguing the world will not be politicized. Liberation means not being limited by your circumstances. Higher love to all.
Well, I think with that, we will sign off and hope to see you next time on the High Note. Thank you so much again to Naila, to Jennifer, to Ursula for joining the High Note for our third installment of What a Blessing, and of course, incredible Tim Motzer. Round of applause for all of these incredible people and all the people who joined today. Your presence is felt by all of us. Thanks for coming in from around the world to spend some time with us together. And Sending love to you all. I'll see you next time.